I know, we already discussed and gone through the map informations a lot of times, but today I got even more updates, suggestions, and possible proofs of what GT6 map will be. Anyways, don't wanna talk too much, we have a lot to discuss in today's video, don't forget to subscribe or GT6 will never release. So let's start. This GT6 map concept looks incredible as map based off the trailer and leaks combined. It will look very close to this map in the final game. I really hope so that this satellite map is actually showing us the possible realistic map, but all I would say that I feel like it's going to be even bigger than this one showed over here, and we're going to see even more stuff, but most likely I want to see Vice City and Port Calhoun as well, as the third major city might be over here, which is actually named Oak Head. I don't know what that is, but definitely that's what we're getting on this part of map, as we haven't seen anything of this part of map so far. Next up we go with Audio, Jason's and Lucia's Mission Past SFX. So if you want to listen to it, just let me stop for a small fraction of a time. Next up, Rockstar Games follows Jack Quiet, the boy's Huggy. Is that he's just because he's famous or anything else we have right there? So what do we think? He's a big fan of Rockstar on Twitter. He posts photos he took in Red Dead Redemption 2 and talks about it in interviews. That may be wide, but it would be cool if he had a role. Though they follow a lot of people who have nothing to do with the game. He's an actor who's talked about how much he likes their games. So basically that's why they're following him, and it's not related to GTA 6 at all. Next up, an observation on the size of a map using highway exits SS guide. So I believe that the two blink and you'll miss them shots from the trailer, as combined with something I saw in the leaks have given us a serious hint as to just how big the map for GT6 might turn out to be, specifically north-south. The first in the shot of the man grabbing his crotch while stopped on the side of the highway. So specifically the highway exit signs in the background, they suggest that this is the shot is being taken from just north of exit 14 on the highway. If turning left has you going east and turning right has you going west, what's more, the GT6 mapping project believes that the highway that a shot is taken from is Interstate 97. And adding to this, there is this shot from earlier in the trailer of the woman in the gold dress hanging out the top of the convertible traveling down I-404 heading towards the junction with I-97 at the very start of the clip, so you can catch the exit number on the sign she's driving under. You can see all of it, but to me it looks more like exit 18 than exit 1B. This one is more speculative though. Now I'm about to get into the leak so I can post any pictures. There's a clip in the leak of a red UT heading northbound on the I-97 towards the exit 13AB junction that takes one to Washington Beach and Akon Finaka before crashing. The mapping project has been using the leaks to create their maps, and they've placed at the stretch of I-97 north of Mr. Crotch Grab from the trailer running through this stockyard neighborhood. This to me indicates that the highway exits are going to follow a realistic number pattern, with the number increasing or decreasing for every mile traveled. So the question is, where does this put exit 12, exit 11? All the exits going up to 1. I've taken the last version of the mapping project's map and pointed out where exits 14 and 13 are located, then extrapolating from there and using the maps grid as the handy guide. I drew where all the exits further down the name numbering scheme might be located. I ran out of room to put exit numbers at 9, so if I-97 is going to keep following the same numbering scheme all the way north until it exits exit 1, then it's so likely that the map is going to be far bigger than we currently think it is and what's been shown and plotted out so far, as in fact I think the only reason nothing being plotted out there so far is because so much so far has focused on Vice City and its environments, as I-404 to 2 could wind up running just as far north, allowing for a few extra miles and exit numbers to accommodate it crossing the Everglades grass rivers before turning north, as I-75 in real life does. Bottom line, the map for this game is going to be enormous. As edited information, some of you guys have brought up another possibility here, that I-97 could be a loop highway running around the edge of the map like GTA 5. This is possible, but I've mostly discounted it for one simple reason. I-404, as mentioned earlier, has exit numbers and by extension highway markers that are even higher, indicating that this too is very long highway, and what that I believe runs west until it hits the Gulf of Mexico and then turns north like the real I-75 does. So if the map ends not far north of where it currently cuts off, and I-97 turns west and south, and that's why it's so long, then it stands to reason that I-404 would actually do the same in the opposite direction, and having two loop highways is not completely outside the realm of possibility, but it would be redundant, as what's more, in 5, the loop highway was technically not just one highway, but had the two different names as it went around the map. Now, the part along the Pacific coast was called the Great Ocean Highway, while the inland part running through the desert was called the Sonora Freeway, as the freeways within the Los Santos also had different names and numbers even when they flowed into each other, as the Del Perro, Elysian Fields, and La Puerta freeways all did. So my hypothesis currently is that there is no loop highway, but that I-97 and I-404 are two halves of it, and they both start in Vice City and intersect in Crosstown, as I-97 runs up the Atlantic coast, as I-404 runs west through the Grass Rivers and then turns north to run up the Gulf Coast, and they both meet at the point further north. Whether that point is city, a smaller town, or something else, that is still known. Next up on the map is Map Speculation 004, and here we could see more into the person actually speculating what map could be, as we are probably just having Vice City and Port Gellhorn right here as the two main cities, and we still don't know about the next third cities at where it's going to be located and what will it be. Next up is possible map length. Since we don't know what in the northern part of the map and we're not sure if it ends where the current mapping project suggests, I thought the map could look something like this, and I get that map like this might be 3-4 times bigger than GTA 5, so it could be a lot, but we can't be sure about the Rockstar's plans, as I also think so, cause on the east coast of the current map we have Vice City's predicted beach areas going almost to a very top, and kinda feels like the map shouldn't just end there, and if Port Gellhorn is based on Fort Myers, then maybe Tampa and Orlando could be there too, but with the current borders, there's not enough space even for a small town, as also shaped like this map would resemble actual Florida more. What do you think of this one right here? Write in the comments what is your speculations about this one. Also, next up, Ghost Tower return to Vice City. We already have it in the GTA 6 and we had it in Vice City as well. Is it the same tower or if it's not? Next up, my map speculation. With the way the map is centered in the mapping project, Vice City is nearly in the center of the coordinates, as the bottom right section of the map is currently considered to be ocean. Doesn't it seem like logical there will be an accessible island in that area? And yeah, I hope so, it actually will be like that, but still, it is just the speculation so far, and we still have to talk about the map, and maybe in the next trailer we'll get more confirmed information about the map, as we'll be discussing it through the time more and more, as more people will find more details in the first trailer and hopefully the second trailer when it comes out. That's all the information we got on today's video, so don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next one, and peace.